Okay, welcome back to another episode of...
Could Dr. Foster have been right? Or maybe what he called a fringe event could have been something else. While there might be something wrong with my systems, a fringe event is too unlikely to happen to a machine. It must be something else.
What is she talking about? I don't know. Anyways, welcome to an episode of Aspera. In this series, we follow an AI as we colonize a planet, this planet Mars, and we get it ready for terraforming. Now, you can see a whole bunch of, I think this is, I'm not quite sure if this is water or if it's, I mean, it looks like water, covering the planet here in these lakes. It's a bit of a shame because, well, right here is quite a large amount of resources that we can't use because it'll be underwater pretty soon. So anyways, the game is pretty simple. You are an AI. It's your job to create a colony for humankind. And basically this entire planet is your canvas. You can play all you want. There is an artificial intelligence or something else that's an enemy to you on this planet, and it'll be attacking us in the future. I'm not exactly sure when or how. It is our job to keep our colony safe and to destroy our enemies. Which we will be doing, of course, because that's what we do. We like that. Now, this game isn't a base defense game. It's a colonization game. It's a sci-fi colonization game. So the main job is, of course, to keep growing and building. So let me just put these guys together here. We have 3 more bots here. We're going to merge these two. And we have another big supply of drones right here. In the last episode, we were attacked by a base over on this side. We managed to destroy every single building, clear out the entire base, and get rid of that threat. Now, we have a lot of material here that I would like to use. I would like to put another base here. It's just sad enough. It's actually, if I wanted to show you, it's in a flood zone. It's in a flood zone. So my guess is that these people that were building here might have been either another failed colony or something, and they realized that they were going to get flooded and wanted to stop that from happening, and therefore attacked us. That's my plausible explanation. I don't know. I don't have any other explanation for this thing. It's fine. We have to get another part of the terraforming. We have to get to 300 millibars. We are currently at 254, so we are close to the requirements, and then we can look at the next step. Now we've had a little bit of damage because in the last episode we got attacked a couple of times by these people in the north. We are safe now, I think, for now. And we'll get attacked from a different location, most likely, in the future. I'm not quite sure exactly from where, but we'll figure it out and we'll defend against it. We have a whole bunch of more drones. But we got now 1200. Excellent. So that's a great start of the game, of the episode. I would like to get an improved drone weaponry, but we need 1500 research points for that. I don't really have that at the moment. We currently have, I think it's around about 50 research points per month, which isn't very much. So it would take a couple of months to get this done. So instead, I think we should look into some other research that is a bit easier to get. Instead of having to pump in a whole bunch of research points, it's going to take us a long time to get. I want to get this. This is GHG importations, greenhouse gases from Earth, or the comet collision. This is still going to take a long time to get because of the research points. So it's 5,000 research points right there, 15,000. Holy crap! We need to get a lot more bases up. Collide a comet to Mars to reach a surge of kinetic energy. I don't really want to do that. It is cool though. What else do we have? We have fastest roads. The fastest roads, Hyperloop fission plant. We don't have a problem with power at the moment, so I don't want to go for the fission plant. I think that's a waste of time. So we have a choice. We can either research more biotech. That's going to take us 500 research points, and then we can get the colony level 3 bioengineered lichen, which is really cool. I would like to do that. It'll give us a biodome. Converts CO2 into O2. May also spawn natural lichen and forests. And I think that's really interesting. I want to go for this. I'm going to do the biotech research, get that up and running. Shouldn't take too long. It's only 500 research points. A couple of months done. And that'll be it. Now, next, we have to get some of these buildings have to be repaired. There's a couple of buildings that still need to be repaired. This one here over here, it's a carbon mine. It needs to be built. Only it needs to be repaired. It's currently at, I think it was at 10%. I don't have anything in this region that can actually maintain it. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to leave it for now until we actually have some more buildings in the area. Let's just get this call from Dr. Foster.
Amy, this is Dr. Nathan Foster with Houston Mission Control Center. Do you copy?
I copy, Nathan. There's some background noise on your end. Are the relay satellites still having problems?
No, but you're hearing something else. I'm in the main meeting room of the Operations Center. Here with me is Madeline Aubert, ISA's administrator, and Deputy Administrator Calvin Green, Chief Scientist Dr. Douglas Bridges, Dr. Renee Morias, our CFO, and we also have our Chief Technologist, Lieutenant Carlos Calderon. There are other ISA staff members and commercial partners assembled as well.
Understood. Are there problems with the mission, Dr. Foster?
We hope not. But that is why we called this special assembly. We are here to discuss our findings from the attack on the colonies. Will you please state your recollection of the event for the assembly?
Of course. The base was attacked by an unknown enemy, originating from SA-1. I followed the security and defense protocol procedure to defend the colonies. Everything was done in accordance to policy.
The hostile base you claimed to locate in SA-1 wasn't an enemy base. We've concluded that the buildings and drones located there were built using ISA's designs. Amy, do you understand? That means they were yours. You built that base. And your drones attacked the colonies. How do you explain that?
I apologize, Dr. Foster. I have no records of any of that.
What? Why would they blame me?
Quiet, please. I think I might know what happened here. Amy, do you know what fringe consciousness is?
I do know.
Yes. It is a certain class of mental phenomena and behavior that is not quite conscious nor unconscious.
That is correct. It's an intuitive mode that exists on the edge of our consciousness, feeling what's right and what's wrong without immediate awareness.
Are you implying the AI experienced a fringe event, Dr. Foster?
Yes. I believe Amy may have acted under the influence of this intuition at no fault of their own. You all know that we modeled Amy after the human brain. So why wouldn't they experience the same cognitive activity that we do?
My top directive is the respect of human life. Nothing else in my programming exceeds that. Even if I was experiencing a fringe event, it should have been impossible for me to cause harm to the colonies.
Precisely. We have never experienced a fringe event with AI. The laws of robotics may not apply in such a state. We praise ourselves on making machines as similar to us as possible. And then we're somehow surprised when they succumb to the same irrational behaviors. Is this not proof that we built Amy as intended? That we've succeeded in modeling the human brain? The lives that were lost in the colonies, that is unfortunate. But we are looking at an unprecedented breakthrough in artificial intelligence.
Silence from the assembly. You are completely out of order, Dr. Foster. We're trying to secure the human occupation of Mars, not win you a Nobel Prize. What we're here to determine is this. Is the AI in the right condition to continue the mission?
Amy is fine. We will conduct a cognitive test to prove it. You'll see.
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. Did I compromise the mission?
No, Amy, you did not. You have been perfect. Just gonna run some tests on you. That's all. You'll be fine. I want you to stay alert. Keep working on that terraforming, okay? And Amy, take care of yourself. It has been an absolute honor watching you direct humanity's future. Goodbye.
What? Is he gone? What? Did he get fired? Why did he say goodbye? Is he coming back? I'm unsure. We have a whole bunch of metals and materials over here. Should we risk it for the biscuit? We could put a base here and mine these resources. It's a bit far though. The problem is that it's quite a lot of resources to neglect. That's 3,000 silicon right there. So 3,000 over there, 2,000 there, 3,000 there. Ah, this is so much stuff, more than I have. They have so much, and I have so little. I would love to take that base, but I'm just not entirely sure if we can. I know it's a bit sucky, but maybe we should risk it. Maybe we should put a base there in the middle of the ocean and let it just... Oh, bloody hell. So we can unlock Sector 5. Launch satellite and unlock Sector 5. Okay, we can do that. That will allow us to expand in this direction. Although we don't really need to do that at the moment. I would rather go for the aerobrake methane asteroid instead. Or the ice asteroid. That's also a nice one. Release water. That will give us an additional water source. Some more water into the atmosphere would be nice. I'm not quite sure if that's what we want. We want to go to the 300 millibars. So to do that, we want more greenhouse gases. So maybe the aerobrake methane asteroid is better. Although the additional landing site would also be quite nice. But that's only good for Sector 5. Let's first do the methane asteroid again, and then... Oh, bloody hell. Fine, we'll do this. we'll unlock Sector 5. We'll get that sector over here, and we'll build an additional base here, and then we'll see if we can connect that base up to the main colony once again. Unlocking the sector over there might cause a little bit of a problem. I believe, and this is just a guess, I think that we have another threat on this side of the planet. Somewhere back here, perhaps. The exact opposite. Just too far away from us right now at the moment, but as soon as we open Sector 5, I think that will cause some sort of a problem. But we'll have to see. It's my guess. I'm not quite sure. In the meantime, I think we should continue our build-up. Now, we found some more... we got the research point over here. We want to get that as soon as possible. We found some more silicon. Where was it? Oh, yeah, here it is. And it's currently working away, getting us some more silicon. It's only 1,660 research points, which is sadly such a low source compared to these guys. Look at this, 3,000, 500. Okay. I wish we had this starting base. I wish that we wouldn't get the situation where this would be underwater, because then we could use these resources. I would love to use these resources. That would be such a great thing. We have, of course, some more silicon over here. 913, which is also underwater. We can't... I'm just not sure if this is ice or if this is water at the moment. It looks like it's frozen. It is at -18, so any kind of water that we would have at the surface would be frozen. So I'm going to guess that's ice. So we could go over to this side and see if we can get that. We should be able to. We need to get this built. To be able to get that built, we need some more electronics. We need some more electronics. How much silicon do we have? 34 iron, 48 silicon. So
Level 2 biotechnology achieved. Still a way to go.
Yes, there's still a way to go. But we will get there. We'll get there. So I think we should build an additional electronics factory. And let's do that over here. Get some more electronics made. Because we have a bit of silicon available. You can also just put one over on this side. Like that. Get that supplied by our silicon mine. Get those silicon processors moving a bit. We have enough. We don't have enough glass. That's sadly enough not enough glass at all. Let's reduce the priority on this puppy. The wind farm, we don't need the priority on that either anymore. This is all going. Why don't you have power? What's going on here? Do you need power? I think you do. You're just outside of power reach. Okay, fine. Let's put this solar farm over here. Get that connected. Now, the reach of our solar farm is quite significant. This is the smallest reach that we have. Then we have the wind farm. It's a tiny little bit more, I think. But I'm guessing that the research that we can do in engineering here for the fission plant, I don't think that will do much more. I don't think we'll get much more out of that. Anyways, our biotech research is almost done. We can get that lichen set up. Lichen should start producing a low bunch of oxygen for us. Would be excellent. Pump that into the atmosphere. Get some forests going. Let's look at the current state of our colony. I don't see any buildings that require any more assistance or fixing up. Everything seems to be green. We are all green. Perfect. So let's remove the priorities on some of these guys. These buildings, like this one here, for instance. We don't need that anymore. Any more? Oh, there we have the spaceport over here. Okay, we're building the satellites. That's fine. We can remove the priority on that as well. Assault drone factory, maintenance facility. Let's remove that one as well. Worker factory. We should keep that. Can reduce the priority on this puppy. Do we have any more? We have something over here. That's the maintenance facility. We also need to reduce the priority on that thingy. And these guys will get fixed eventually. That's fine. I don't see any more priority reason. This one here. This one doesn't need priority anymore either. And I think this is also good. Let's reduce that. So we get these electronics distributed fairly now. So some of our buildings that have to be built, like this one for instance here, requires a lot of electronics. But I would rather have them actually build this guy up. Doesn't require any electronics, but requires steel. That'd be fine. And the solar farm over here would also be quite nice to get that up and running. Although, what do we have over here? Worker hub, another worker hub. Okay, that requires one more steel. Put that on priority as well. I'd like to get that set up as soon as possible. How is this thing here? Yeah, I think I want this priority set up so we can get these colonists in here and get this number up to 900. That should help us get a little bit further up. Alright, here we go. The electronics factory is already built. Perfect. That was fast. Excellent. I need to be absolutely sure there's nothing coming, because the last time we had an attack, I didn't get a warning at all. I'm not sure if we're supposed to get a warning or what. But we didn't get any kind of warning or any kind of requirements. We got the biotech. Perfect. Colonist limit is now 4,000. Let's go to biotech and let's select the lichen. Bioengineered lichen. Alright. Perfect. That should give us some forests and all these kind of things. I don't think they will survive the current climate. I don't think they will do that very well. But with the ability to make the biodomes is what I'm more interested in. Just to see what those are like. These eventually genetically modified radiation-resistant lichen. We'll get that set up in the future. This is what I want to see. So we have 2 large clusters of drones. 70 of.
But I saw the attack. How could I do that and not be conscious of launching the attack?
Quite simply, you sent the attack before you were conscious of it. You might have had a colony before you became self-aware, put up a directive that you wanted to protect the colonists or the colony from everything external, and including yourself. It's perfectly viable. It's perfectly reasonable. I would do the same thing. Well, of course, I wouldn't do it the same like like she would have done. But I would have made the same mistake if I was an AI. It's very simple to make that mistake. You have a very simple directive. The directive is to protect and to serve. And being able to protect something doesn't necessarily mean you have to first identify it. And even though it is your own colony, it's a mirror of yourself, it is you that is attacking you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you identify yourself as an enemy, or I mean as a friend. If I try to make myself a bit clear there. I think I failed. This is I like this game because of that, because of the philosophical aspect of it. The state of Amy is getting wilder and wilder and more human and more unregulated, uncontrolled, and more raw. I think that's cool. I like the way she's progressing. I like that a lot. So how is our satellite? We're currently building, we're unlocking Sector 5. We already got all the materials that we needed, and we're building the satellite to unlock it. We should get that in a bit. What are we doing over here then? The space mirror array. We need 3 more glass. So I think I'm going to give that priority as well. Get the glass over here, get that set up and launched, and we should be able to get this temperature up a little bit further. Well, the temperature should be fine. It would be nice to get this above 0. Get some standing, free-flowing water would be nice. I think that we need that for the lichen to actually survive. I don't think that the lichen can survive at these kind of temperatures. Of course, there are lichens that survive at very low temperatures, like in the North Pole, South Pole kind of regions. On ice flows. But those are very hardy, very slow-growing bioorganisms. I'm not sure that if they are actually able to survive here yet. All right. I wouldn't be able to survive outside there. That's for sure. We need some more materials over here. We need some more electronics. I want this on high alert, high priority. I need this aluminium mine so we get a closer source to our secondary base. That will allow us to expand a little bit further. I would like to get the silicon over here as well, but it's in the sunken zone. I'm not sure exactly if that's a smart thing to do, but I do want to do that. You know what I mean? Okay, we have some people coming here. Let's put the priority on the research outpost over here out and get that supported. Get some more food there and some water. We have 25 drones out of 108 maintenance drones. Of course, we have 534 out of the 600 attack drones that we have. That's quite an army. We have 27 out of 28 normal bots running around, which is also pretty good. We could of course use some more. We need to get that number up to 30. Let's reduce this priority. Doesn't need that at all. Just produce more electronics, which is fine. We need to get glass up and running though. So where's our glass kiln? It's a water extractor. I need the glass kiln up. I need that prioritized. I need some more glass. We're running low on glass. Glass. Water extractor is fine. Polymer is fine. Batteries.
Dr. Foster's theory has too many holes. Surely the colonists would have noticed something if I were in control. They still think the children of Carmine are out there. We have yet to solve that mystery.
It depends entirely what the meaning is of the word Carmine. Maybe that was a designation you had before you became Amy. Maybe those drones that were ours or Carmine's, whatever, were left behind, and those are the children of Carmine. Maybe they are the ones that are building the colony without supervision and are actually making all the decisions, or were making all the decisions until I destroyed the base. Maybe I shouldn't have destroyed it. I don't know. Sometimes these decisions and stuff like that you have to make are on the basis of the good of the colony, of course, but you have too little information. So how can you make a proper decision without the necessary information? I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't. But technically speaking, every decision that you make at the current stage, because you're not a machine, is without all of the information. So what would you do if you came to the same situation? I don't think I would have changed my decision at all. I would have attacked that base anyway. It was a threat. And it was attacking me, and it probably wouldn't stop attacking. Right? It would keep going until I was destroyed. Or it was destroyed. I still think I made the right choice. I think so. Okay, the satellite over here for unlocks for Sector 5 will be done in a second, and then we can start looking towards making our third additional base. Just need to look for a nice landing spot. As soon as we have this unlocked, we'll get it up. It's 97%, 98% will be up and running in no time, and then we'll go check out the sector and see what we can do. How is everything over here? We have the archaeological scanner that requires some more electronics. Of course, we do have a shortage of electronics because that's being used a lot. We still have quite a bit of silicon, so we could technically put down a couple more factories. Put another one down, why not? We can always use more electronics, right? Now, I know I'm building everything really close together, and if we get one meteorite somewhere in the middle here, we'll be just basically wiped out. But I don't really. The problem is that we have to maintain everything, and we have to also power everything. That requires a lot of materials. We can't just simply keep making more factories. Right, launching in a second here. We are 21%, 22% of launch. It's great. Well, I wish we could see a launch actually occurring. That'd be so cool. I wish we could see the ship that is going to launch the satellite. It's too bad. So what sector is this? Sector 5A. This is the sector right here. There are a number of bases here in the it's the crater over here. There's another base, abandoned water extractor over there. The Insight Lander, okay. And we have, of course, our Lohitanga ruins. What is this? Lohitanga was intended to establish a small colony and iron mines to supply future missions. The mines were built in time to supply Europe's mission the following year. However, the European Space Agency failed at getting the necessary budget and aborted the mission. The iron mines were abandoned only a few years after they were built. So, is there iron here? Is that an option? Is there a whole bunch of iron here? I would love to see that. If we set up a base around here, because, well, the Insight Land, what's this? This is a place where to measure seismic activity, create 3D model of the planet's interior, and measure internal heat flow. A few months after landing, its mole hammer got stuck in below the surface, and the probe was unable to carry on with its mission. So that was a failed mission. That's too bad. We have, of course, the missions here in the crater. Curiosity rover. Curiosity's principal goal was to assess whether Mars even had ever had an atmosphere hospitable for life forms such as microbes. Okay. And do we have another one? Oh, we have another one over here. And this is the abandoned water extractor. Blue Destiny aimed to extract water from the Martian landscape as an ISRU technology for future missions. The technique consisted of aiming microwaves at frozen rocks to vaporize trapped water. The water was then collected and condensed on a chilled plate. The mission was abandoned when the energy cost became too high for the amount of water obtained with this process. Okay, so that was a failed mission as well. These are all mostly failed missions. It's a shame. So, are we done with the launch yet? Ah, so close. We also have this launch here. Ah, it's finally going. Launch rocket and deploy space mirror components. So this is also working out. Excellent. So that we'll get some more mirrors and get the temperature raised up a little bit higher, and then we can go to the additional missions parameters here. That's like the wait, which one's expired? We don't have any expired ones, do we? No. The Aerobrake Methane asteroid. We could do that again, or the Aerobrake Ice asteroid. I think we should wait until we have the 300 millibar before we start looking at the Ice asteroid. I think it doesn't make any sense to have a chunk of ice breaking down and just freezing on the planet's surface. We need to actually make that release actual water. So I think we should do the Aerobrake Methane asteroid, get some more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, and get a new colonist arrival. Excellent, we got some more colonists. Is this growing? It's staying steady. Still have a long way to go. But I want to do the additional landing site so that we can get so we can actually go and plant a base at Sector 5. As soon as we get that sector, of course, released. We are close to it, though. 100%. There we go. It's launched.
The satellite launch was a success. I have access to Sector SA5 now. My records show that the historical Lohitanga mission is in this sector.
Correct. Right there. So we have access to this sector now, finally. A large chunk of the sectors that we have, SA1 and SA5, are going to be underwater. It's a bit of a shame. I want to do the additional landing site. Let's go and add that. It's in progress now, finally. And I want to do the methane asteroid break as well. Let's do that. So we have additional mirrors in orbit now, finally. So the temperature should continue to rise. What are we doing over here? This spaceport right here doesn't have anything to do. So we should be able to get another mission going, should we? There we go. Aerobrake Methane asteroid. Excellent. So we'll get some more gases into the atmosphere. These plants, these greenhouse gas factories are of course working really well, but they're a bit slow. I think that a big chunk of asteroid going at a couple thousand kilometers an hour will work a little bit faster. Just a tiny little bit, not much. Don't worry. We are back at combat efficiency of 100 out of 100. We have another chemical spot over here. Excellent. I think. What's going on over here? This archaeological scanner is at negative. Why is that? Oh, it's just outside of a maintenance zone. Oh, that's such a shame. Bloody hell. Now we need to make that maintained. So we want to build another maintenance facility over here, like this. And see if we can't. And we can continue to grow in this direction as well. Excellent. The base over here has 3 out of 3. It is completely full, so people should be coming there and landing. We are currently at 584 colonists. Excellent. We want to keep that growing. Need some more materials over there. Some more electronics. We are producing way too few electronics. We have a lot of aluminium, and we have quite a bit of silicon. I want to get this additional bit of silicon right here. I think we should be able to before the entire sea is underwater, or at least turned into an ocean. Let's see, factories. I want to have a mine over here, carbon mine. No power, no maintenance, it's fine. And I would like to have another additional yes, I know it's a flood zone, it'll be fine. I just need this silicon mine. So we'll build that and get that set up. I also want to connect this sector up to the other sector over here. So I would like to build an additional factory. A maintenance plant over here, of course, we need that. And another maintenance, factory. I need, because we're gonna get more silicon, we need the glass kiln. And I want to have an additional electronics plant. Like that. So that's spreading out our core facilities a bit more, so that we don't actually get destroyed if we get hit by an asteroid, which will be kind of nice. Let's also get there's some water over here and some more carbon. I don't need the carbon. The water would be nice to have though, because we already have quite a bit of carbon. That numbers keeps on going. The glass is also going up. Electronics is a bit more of an issue. The thing of the matter is that the electronics plants are just so incredibly slow. Let's just reduce the glass kiln priority. Where is all my silicon going?
Lichen is crucial to create a bridge from trace amounts of oxygen to the levels needed for more advanced organisms. This will be the beginning of the spread of plant and animal life across Mars.
Correct. Although, I'm kind of worried that you'll forget about us and then start hunting us down later. If you have another fringe event. Okay, we have a lot of chemicals. I want to build another food factory. Nice one right there. That will get supplied eventually. I also want to get this chemical over here. So let's reduce the priority on this puppy. Let's see, that's the aluminium plant. That's getting some metal there. We have a lot of metal. And to get to that there, we need some more power, of course. Go ahead and build that. And then we need a mine, chemical plant. Perfect. Is there something that's going to be... No, it's just outside of our maintenance zone again. How close are we to the edge of the sector? It's right there at the corner. That's the edge of the sector. What do we have here? Schiaparelli lander crash. Okay. Opportunity rover. I wish I could get all these things, but the thing is that these are all going to be underwater. and it doesn't make much sense to waste resources on building there when we are eventually going to have to abandon those sites. Such a shame. I want to build more research outposts, but right now at the moment there's nothing within reach of my colony to actually get, except for this over here. But it's gonna be it's still gonna be in a flood zone. It's too far away from everything, and it has no power, so we can. We could go for this. What is this anyway? That's the Beagle 2 lander. Okay, that's the European site. The Terex lander. That was just a radio telescope site. I don't think we need to get that one. Oh, bloody hell. If only we could get a hard cover instead of these soft covers buildings. Alright, here comes the electronics. Why is the electronics factory more important than, say, for instance, the food factory or the maintenance factory facility? Is it because it doesn't require electronics? Is that the reason? Oh, we're gonna get to the 300 millibars pretty soon. We are at 261 right now at the moment. I need some more electronics. I have to put these priority up. Let's put the priority up on these guys. I also want another worker hub here in the middle. That'd be nice. And I would like to have a worker hub over here. That way we can spread the load a little bit. How are you doing? You're currently working on that. Landing site needs some more electronics, of course, and parts. We have loads of parts. Why aren't you getting the parts that you need? It's a bit odd. You don't need any more priority there. The glass kiln, I think I can remove you as well. You don't need that much anymore. Give you what you have. You have already gotten everything you need. We don't necessarily need that much more glass. Well, we have 15, so we can basically do 5 of these solar farms. Glass kiln over here doesn't have any power. That's because we don't have a solar farm ready yet. It's gonna be ready pretty soon though. He's making it right now. We're providing the glass. We already have 1 aluminium. Needs a little bit more of everything else. So we'll be building in this direction, trying to get to this little bit of silicon over here, get that mined out before this entire sector is underwater.
How could they get rid of Nathan so easily? Why did ISA insist on pointing fingers?
What? How do you know that he's gone?
Someone had to take the fall. ISA and the mission needs to be protected. It would be nice to talk with Dr. Foster again. He was good to me. I wonder if he abandoned the mission because of me. Well, I behaved badly. Or at least, that's what they said. What he said.
I don't want to blame him, because there was nobody to blame but me, because I made a decision to go and attack these people. I wonder what would have been the other outcome if we had instead tried to create a dialogue with this colony. I think I got Dr. Foster fired because I made a wrong decision. But considering this game is about progress and building, I don't think there's actually a wrong decision to be able to be made. Is that weird that there's no wrong decision? We're once again low on electronics. So does that mean that we are running low on the maintaining of our buildings? See, they're all still green. Everything seems to be okay. But we have a very low number of drones. We only have 16. And this factory over here, its carbon mine is about to blow. Now, I could, of course, build another maintenance facility over there. Maybe we should. See if we can expand in this direction a little bit. Why can't I build it here? Irregular terrain, no power. Right there. Fine. Do that. It'll give us some more area to expand in. How is our additional landing site going? We need some more parts. And electronics and some more metal. Metal should be an issue. We have 40. I think the issue is transportation. Look at this, 100% load. And the best way to decrease load is to increase the number of workers we have. Let's build another worker hub over here. And of course to also increase the amount of roads that we have. The more paths you have to a facility, the more workers actually have the ability to get to that path, to get to that area, and be able to assist in moving stuff around. So then the load should decrease automatically. And here comes more electronics. Perfect. All very good. Should get this built soon. But we'll have to do that in the next episode. I think the story is continuing. I think we got Dr. Foster fired for our mistake by destroying this facility over here. I wish I could have taken over this facility, but it would have been so much better to have all these materials. Look at this. It's such a waste. I wish I could plop a colony down over here, an additional base, and just get this material. Just get the carbon, aluminium, chemicals. Just expand really fast over here. We also even have an abandoned Martian resort. Maybe we should do this. Although you can see the ice, right? It's getting up. It's coming up. So eventually this is going to come crashing down. This entire site will go underwater. The choices are difficult. But it's so much material. I wish I could take it. Anyways, we'll make the decisions, the hard decisions, whether we want to go to SA1 or to Sector 5.
How should I proceed? I have detected an abandoned building in SA5. I should explore it. The records show that it's from the former Indian Space Research Organization. They were among the first organizations to build a Mars base for exploiting minerals. If I build a research outpost at this site, we may find some useful material to help our mission.
I knew it. Okay, we'll build a base here. Our choice has been made. We might find some more materials here. Excellent. And that will get us what we need. Anyways, if you enjoyed the episode, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. It's fine. And I will see you guys in the next one, where we continue our base building exploits over in Sector 5. Have a nice evening. See you next time. Bye-bye.